Hey guys, I hope you are all doing well. Over the last couple of weeks, a couple of people on Tumblr have asked me to do a what's in my makeup bag video, which is what I am doing today. I've got my makeup bag here. It is the medium wash bag from Oliver Bonas, the one with the letter on. Of course, mine has the M on. And I do love this makeup bag because it's got this kind of metal bit at the top, so it stays open as you're trying to fish through stuff. Now, this isn't all of my makeup in here. This is just kind of my everyday go-to products. I do have a lot more makeup, probably way more than one person needs, but you know, I do love makeup and you can never have too much of it. So let's get started with what's in the bag. I'm going to try and do this in summary kind of order so I'm not just randomly pulling stuff out. So I'll start off with my moisturiser. This has been in quite a few of my videos now, but it is the La Roche-Posay UV Hydra Phase Intense Rich Moisturiser. Even though it is quite thick in consistency and quite hydrating, it does sink into the skin pretty quickly and doesn't sort of like leave your face really sticky, and does sit really nicely under the primer and foundation that I use. Talking of primer, the one I'm currently using is the Benefit That Girl primer. It's their brightening face primer, so it doesn't increase the longevity of my foundation or my makeup, but it does give me a really nice glowy face because sometimes I can look a bit dull and tired, and this really helps with that. I've actually switched from using a liquid foundation to just using a powder foundation. It's because I find it sits better on my skin than the liquid one. I think with where my skin is at the current moment, liquid tends to get a bit patchy, it feels really heavy on the skin and just generally not very nice to wear. But I found the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus foundation has worked really well for me. I wear the shade NW25 and I love it very much. I like the little compact mirror. I've lost the sponge that comes with it, but I just use like a big fluffy brush and do it all over my face. And it works really well. It's got a nice coverage and it works really nice with that primer because it lets the dewiness of that primer shine through. In terms of concealer, I've got two in my makeup bag at the moment. One is the Natural Collection Concealer Stick in the green colour, which you can't really see, but it is definitely green, and this is great for cancelling out redness on my skin. Even though the Roaccutane one has like dyed the redness down, I occasionally do still get red bits, particularly around my nose here and like on my cheeks. So I just put this on and then I cover it up using the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation, not a foundation, concealer. Concealer is what I'm talking about right now. So I just put this on, pat it on top, and it makes my skin look less kind of green because the green can make you look a bit odd, but if you cover it with this, it kind of works and makes you look like you have perfectly flawless skin. I also use this under my eyes because I have got such bad circles. You can't see it on this camera, which is brilliant, but I've got such dark circles that this works really well and makes me look more alive in the eye area. The next item in my bag is my eyelid primer, and this is the MAC Pro Wear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. I used to love this product. I would sing its praises to anybody that I spoke to who was looking for an eyelid primer. However, I'm not such a big fan of this anymore. I think it's because mine has gone a bit odd. I don't know if I left the lid off at some point or whether it's just gone off or something, but it's gone really weird and kind of dry, and it's not as good as it used to be. Like it works okay, but my eyeshadow doesn't last as long, and it doesn't seem to be, the eyeshadow seems to stick to it rather than like blend in, which is kind of annoying. So I'm considering replacing this at some point once I've got some money to be spared on makeup. It might seem a bit excessive, but I do have 3 palettes knocking about in my makeup bag. This is because I use them each for different things, and I kind of like having them all to hand rather than having to go through everything to find them. The first one I've got is my MAC Build Your Own type palette thing, and this has got some eyeshadows on this side and just one blusher on this side. I mainly use this because it's got my eyebrow colour in, so I only really carry this around. Well, I don't carry it around, but I only really have this to hand all the time because I use this for my eyebrows, but it is quite a nice versatile palette. I've got quite a few looks I can do with this one. The next palette I've got is the Urban Decay Naked Free palette. I haven't used this palette in absolutely ages, but recently in like the last couple of weeks I thought I'm going to bring it back out, put it in to hand, and hopefully I'll start using it again because I loved this palette when I first got it. I used it all the time and I forgot how versatile it is. It's pretty much all just like neutral shades of rosy gold and pinks, and it's gorgeous. Like, I'm so happy I own this palette. It's so beautiful and it goes so nicely with my eyes. And these 4 here at the front are great kind of like bone shades. So sometimes I've now got into the habit of using these alongside like my other palettes to do like a bone kind of colour before I do anything else. And it's worked out really well. I've been really enjoying this recently. The last palette I've got is one by the Balm Cosmetics, and it's their In the Balm of Your Hand palette. And this is the kind of all-in-one palette I talked about in my last favourites video. Now, I mainly use this for the blushes. I'm not a huge fan of the eyeshadows down here. I've got very similar colours in other palettes, so I mainly do use this for the blushes across the top here and the bronzer and the highlighter. So in theory, I don't have 3 eyeshadow palettes in my makeup bag. I only have 2, and then I have a blusher palette. Down to the last two products in my makeup bag. There should be three, but the other lipstick is in one of my bags somewhere. I'll do the mascara first, and this is the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. I currently have 3 mascaras in rotation, and this is one I'm using at the moment. I like this one because it's got this huge brush on it, and I'm a big fan of huge brushes, and it really separates your lashes out nicely. I think this is one of those mascaras that gets better the longer you have it. I think sometimes when this is new it was too wet and just kind of stuck everywhere and was not great, but now it's a bit older and I've used it quite a bit, it's got a lot better and I like it a lot more. The last product in the bag is a Soap & Glory glossy stick in the shade Technicoral. I have fallen in love with these glossy sticks. I never really used to wear kind of like glossy lip balms or glossy lipsticks or lip gloss in general, purely because I preferred a matte look. But now the Roaccutane I'm on is making my lips so dry that I can't wear matte lipstick, so I've kind of had to reassess my life and find something more glidey on that I like. And these I really, really like. They're a great size to put in your bag. I like the shape of the nib on the crayon, because sometimes you get crayon lipsticks and it's a bit of a mess. They kind of make it like child crayon shaped and it's a nightmare to put on, but I like this. I've also got it in the shade Nudist. I want to go back and get more of a like normal pink colour and possibly a red, so I've kind of got like a full set of like glossy sticks I can use. That's everything in my makeup bag. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, remember to give it a thumbs up and leave in the comments below a couple of products that you couldn't live without. Remember to click that subscribe button to be the first to know when my next video is up, and I shall see you guys next week. Bye!